Hello, welcome to the self-learning podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Unit 5 Components of Decentralized Development, Empowerment. And our topic is Need for Empowerment. The quest for genuine equality has laid greater emphasis on the collective rights of the vast majority of the disadvantaged groups. The disadvantaged groups have been subjected to varied kinds of social, economic, and political exploitations, oppressions, and harassments. They have been treated less than human. Women, who constitute roughly 50% of the total population, received only a small share of developmental opportunities. They were often excluded from education, from better jobs, from participation in political systems, and from adequate health care. The United Nations Human Development Report 1993 asserts that no country treats its women as well as it treats its men. Despite their vast numerical strength, women occupied a marginalized position in society because of several socio-economical constraints. This inhibited the effective participation of women in political processes and the institutional structure of democracy. According to the document on women's development 1985, women's role in political structure had remained unchanged despite the rapid growth of formal political activity by them. A broad-based political participation of women was severely limited due to the nexus of the traditional factors such as caste, religion, class, feudal attitudes, and family status. As a result, women were left on the periphery of political life. Similarly, a majority of the SC and ST and OBC are poor, deprived of basic needs, and socially as well as educationally backward. Many do not have access to sufficient amount of food, health, housing, or clothing. Moreover, caste inequalities have further added to their problems and continue to be among the most important factors affecting their access to education. Even politically, they are lagging behind as the various political parties have been using them as vote banks for their own vested interests. In this background, it was felt that unless they are empowered and assured representation in elected local institutions, their status in the society cannot be improved. Accordingly, in order to improve their status and to ensure their participation, different steps or measures were initiated by the government which have made the decentralized system more democratic. Now let us move to the next point: empowerment national attempts. With the dawn of independence and the adoption of the Republican Constitution, several legal measures were taken by Parliament and the Government of India, which improved the status of women, SC, ST, and OBC in India. The Constitution guaranteed them equal rights of participation in the political process through the provision of universal adult franchise. Articles 325 and 326, along with equal opportunity and rights in education and employment. Articles 14, 15, 16, 2 and 17. The chapter on directive principles of state policy makes special provisions for improving women's status. These directives are mentioned in the Articles 39A, 39D, 39C, and 42 of the Constitution. All these provisions clearly indicate that women obtained legal sanction for most of their demands. Seats are reserved for SC and ST and OBC in government jobs and legislative bodies. Article 330, 332 and 335. Free ships and scholarships provisions are there for SC and ST students. Besides, there is a provision of reservation in admissions in state-run or aided educational institutions. Their interests are also to guide the directive principles of state policy. Article 38 and 46. Some of the other initiatives in this direction were setting up of an exclusive Department of Women and Child Development in 1983, setting up of Women Development Corporations in 1986-87 in order to give the necessary thrust to development of women in the states, launching of support to training and employment program in 1987, setting up of National Commission for Women in 1990 to safeguard the rights and legal entitlements of women, setting up of Rashtriya Mahila Kosh in 1993 to meet the credit needs of poor women, launching of Mahila Samriddhi Yojana in 1993, launching of Indira Mohila Yojana in 1995, etc. A National Commission for SC and ST has been constituted to investigate and monitor all matters relating to the safeguards provided for the SC and STs. A National Commission for Backward Classes has been constituted. Now let us wind up the session and take rest. Thank you very much for engaging yourself with a self-learning podcast.